King. King Harris has been arrested after not appearing in court and some other things connected to his actions. Put up the
great family man. I see you how you blended your family together, and it's not easy. That's what I want to ask you about. It's not.
A 21-year-old man sits in a Georgia prison cell, his skull fractured after a vicious attack. Investigators say he was beaten with a lock and a sock, a padlock wrapped in cloth, and swung like a weapon until bones shattered. What makes this case even more alarming is that, at the exact moment of the assault, every security camera in the unit suddenly went offline. No footage, no witnesses, and no clear reason why. The victim wasn't a gang member or a violent inmate. It was King Harris, the son of T.I. and Tiny. A young father, serving a short sentence for a minor misdemeanor. It's no surprise the public reacted with shock and outrage. After all, a total camera blackout at the exact moment of an attack doesn't sound like a coincidence.
Dynamics here are interesting, but I can't judge how the parenting is gone, because everything that we've seen has been stuff that many of us would have said or similar if we saw our children do this. But I will say this. A lot of what's happening is because it's in the public. Like most children don't have to do this in the public.
Medical reports confirmed that King suffered serious head injuries, including multiple fractures to his face, and underwent emergency surgery to relieve pressure on his brain. Authorities called the weapon improvised, but several staff members say it was clearly built in advance, evidence that the attack was planned. The assault happened late at night inside Pickens County's holding unit, where King had been transferred after his September 2024 arrest in Dunwee. That arrest, for driving under the influence and missing a court date, should have resulted in only a short stay, not a fight for his life. What makes it even more heartbreaking is the timing. Just weeks before going to jail, King had celebrated the birth of his first child with his partner, Jania. His family proudly shared photos from the baby shower, blue and gold decorations, smiling faces, and Tiny's joyful post about becoming a grandmother again. Those same images were still circulating online when the devastating news hit. King Harris was in critical condition. For a family already used to public attention, this felt like an unbearable twist of fate.
Coddle him for! Let the man walk off, have some time to himself, sit down, soak it up, and come up with what he need to do.
Prison officials issued a short statement claiming the security cameras went offline due to a temporary power relay failure. But technicians familiar with the state's prison systems say that for every camera in one unit to fail at the same time, it would take a manual override, meaning someone had to physically shut them off. Even seasoned officers admit the timing looks suspicious. The outage lasted exactly 11 minutes, the same window in which the attack took place. And when guards finally arrived, the attacker was already gone. That coincidence is hard to ignore, leading many to ask the same chilling question. Was this an inside job?
Really admire his dedication and commitment to the craft, because, I kind of told him, what was wrong about it.
Sources inside the prison say King had been speaking too openly about what he'd seen behind bars. They describe him as confident and unafraid, reportedly telling others that he planned to go through his lawyer to expose misconduct among staff, including smuggling, extortion, and favoritism. One insider claimed he had even written a draft statement naming specific officers. If that's true, it could easily explain why he became a target. This wasn't a violent inmate looking for trouble. This was a young father serving time for a traffic violation. The gap between his offense and the brutality of the attack makes it difficult to see this as random. The lock and a sock, used against him, wasn't something made in anger. It was built, hidden, and used with intent. And it just happened to appear at the exact moment the cameras went dark. The Harris family has mostly stayed quiet, but their reaction says enough. T.I. has only said that he wants truth, not revenge, while Tiny asked supporters to keep their son in their prayers. Behind the scenes, however, friends describe fear, confusion, and determination. The family has hired private investigators and legal experts who specialize in corruption within correctional systems. One associate put it bluntly, *, they know this wasn't a fight. Somebody wanted him silenced. *, it's impossible to ignore how all this connects to the family's larger turmoil. Just months before the attack, T.I. and Tiny were once again in the headlines after influencer Sabrina Peterson revived her old accusations of exploitation and coercive behavior. even mentioning King in passing. Although her lawsuit was dismissed in March 2024, she vowed to appeal, claiming she had receipts. Those statements reignited a long, damaging controversy that once cost the couple their VH1 reality show. Then, in a dramatic twist, the very day Peterson's appeal was denied, she was served with T.I.'s new federal defamation lawsuit, marking yet another chapter in a storm that seems far from over.
Open up the door to my bedroom, as you shouldn't have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in, chime in, and make their opinions about what we do and don't do or should or shouldn't do. But I will say this, whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults.
The timing now feels almost eerie. The same week those old allegations against T.I. and Tiny resurfaced online, King was taken into custody on an outstanding warrant. Just a few weeks later, he was in the hospital, fighting for his life. There's no confirmed link between the two events, but people in the industry can't help connecting the dots, suggesting that someone targeting T.I. might have found a way to strike through his son. It's the kind of theory that sounds far-fetched until you look at the timeline. Inside the prison, the investigation has gone quiet. Requests for the full incident report keep getting delayed, and staff assignments were suddenly shuffled right after the attack. 2 guards from King's unit were moved to different posts. Officials insist it's routine, but insiders say it looks more like damage control. Every delay, every unanswered question, only adds to the growing suspicion that the system isn't searching for truth, it's protecting itself.
And trying to take shit I done did and be like, nah, it ain't good. Like, you can't do that. You can't do